so hard today to find a good woman for a good man. And what does that mean? Nowadays, social media has ruined perception for females and men like us to see what do we really want out of a relationship. Nowadays, you see females and their perception of reality of the world has changed because they see all these things on social media where a woman should have everything they ever wanted materialistically, and that really ruins their mental health, right? Because the unrealistic cap has been put so far out, right? If you're gonna find a man who's over 6 feet, making well over six figures, has you know, a good personality and all these kind of things, it's going to be extremely hard for you to find that as a female. And when you look at it from the flip side, for us as men, now we have to find those women, but the women that are looking for the guys, they're looking for something that's so out of touch. So now what does that do? That causes relationships that are not going to be sustainable. So it brings a question, as men, what do we do if women are expecting all of these things that they see and that they think that they deserve, that they should get automatically? What do we do about that? And in my opinion, I honestly think that the best thing for me and the values that I hold close to myself is I don't change for whatever the fuck the world has to show and offer, because everyone knows deep down most of what you see on social media is fake, right? People are going to show the good side, they're not going to show all the negatives. And a relationship is hard, whether you like it or not. You guys will be in love, but it is hard. It is commitment, it is trust. You're going to be doing struggling financially, right? Emotionally, you guys have to find that way with each other. So as a man, the number one thing you should be doing is holding a close relationship with God. Because if you're looking for the woman that's going to take care of your kids, take care of you when you're sick, look out for you, not just look out for herself and say, hey, I want this fucking person, I want this car, go get me this, go get me that, and you're gonna listen like a dog, that's not the woman you want, right? At least that's not the woman I want, right? I'm a man who serves God first. And if you serve God first as well, you're going to know and understand that your female comes second, right? Because if God's first, God will provide. Then your female has to help you in any situation, right? So whether she's cooking, taking care of the kids, all these fucking women nowadays, bro, they don't want kids. They don't want to look after, you. They want to be independent. They want to be married, but they still want the role and title of being independent, doing their own thing, going out on their own time. Nowadays, women don't want to be so much in the house in that kind of setting where they're more of a nurturing, caring, loving, affectionate role model. It's not that kind of complex anymore. So in order for you to understand that and be on the same page, you have to set those boundaries. That's why boundaries are very important. And if you're looking for the right woman that's going to do that for you, you have to understand, okay, where am I finding these women first? If you're finding these women off social media, what do you expect them to act like? What do you expect them to behave like? These damn mosquitoes are on my face. I'm in Texas, and so I'm fucking moving, bro. So all these bugs out, oh my God. Anyways, all these women are here in different places. Now, what I think is the best is to find a woman based off your belief. I'm Muslim, so for me it would be a mosque. If you're Christian, it would be a church for you. Go to a place, the house of God, and look into the people there, look into the community there, and that's where you can start to build connections, and you can start to meet, or try to meet a companion there, right? And that's one of the options. That's probably the most holy option itself, right? But you don't always have to do that. But what I don't want to see is people meeting girls in clubs, and these guys, they go out to the bars and they're meeting these girls late nights, just ask yourself, is that the girl you see yourself having a future with, that she's doing those things now? Is that the kind of girl? Because for women and men, we're different, bro. At the end of the day, we're different. It's not normal for women to go out late at night, and that's, when you're young, I understand, but it gets to a certain point, right, where do you want that kind of woman who's going to be doing those things? Because who knows what she's doing at the end of the night behind closed doors? You don't know, right? And it's like, how much do you want to tolerate of that? Because that's going to be, if you're looking for that long-term companion, for that wife, that she's not wifey material, bro. So you have to look into something where, okay, maybe it's in a normal setting and you start talking to a girl and you actually find a connection. Does she have the same values as you? Does she have the same core beliefs? And you have to really judge her based off her demeanor. A lot of females are very, very tack for tack. Like, what I mean by that is they're very, very talkative, and it's to a point where they want to be heard. They want to say what goes in the relationship. And as a man, you have to put your foot down and explain that, because the modern woman doesn't understand that they're not controlling, you know, the relationship of what goes on. First, you set boundaries. They should have their own boundaries as well. No problem. But they shouldn't be asserting anything that's going to tell me, oh, like, I have to do this, I have to do that, right? Your job as a woman is very simple. You watch the kids, you take care of the home, you take care of me, you cook for me. I will provide for you. And I'm speaking like this for all men who want to do the same. If you're a modern guy, you're not traditional, or you don't have traditional ideology, I understand. It's not the same for you to think like that. But for me, that is completely what I'm saying, right? So you find a woman with the same ideas who's going to go along with the same thing. So you're not forcing anyone to do anything. You're not forcing anything upon someone. They already understand what they have to do, right? So finding these women is going to be a little task. It's going to be tricky, because even if you find them in the right place at the right time, she could still be warped by society. And that's what is going down. A lot of these at this time right now is females are being basically brainwashed down a certain path, and that's why a lot of them are single right now. And you see it's like a rising case. Women above 25 are still not married. Women above 30, there's over like 40%, they're still not married, they're single. I mean, a lot of them are still trying to get married, don't get me wrong, but it's not going to work, because they don't understand the perception. They don't understand the time and the commitment that it takes. It actually takes, and they're not ready for it, right? Even nowadays, a lot of women don't want kids. And the whole purpose of getting married, in my opinion, was like, if you're getting married, why wouldn't you have kids? In my opinion, that's like half of the marriage's purpose, to have kids, to build your legacy, to share your seed, right, with someone. You're going to produce, right? That's what we've been doing since the beginning of time. Animals do the same thing. Is that, like, does an animal just go mate for no reason? Do they have a partner for no reason? No, they mate, right? They try to build their own offspring. They produce. As human, we are producers too. Not saying that we're completely like animals. We have our own intellect, our own mind. But you have to understand that the quality of woman you're searching for has to be aligned with the quality that you hold. So if you're a man of God, a woman will see that. She will read that off of you. If you're confident in yourself, a woman will read that off of you. But if you're shy, you're a skinny guy, you're a fat ass, she's not going to respect that. In order for you to have respect and gain respect from her, you have to be able to love and respect yourself first. And in my opinion, I will always love and respect myself first, more than anyone else. So, oh my God, these bugs. Holy shit. So, that has to come first in line. You have to be able to be selfish over yourself. And of course, they have these guys that are called simps, whatever. In my opinion, you can't really be a simp if you're so obsessed with yourself in a way where you're trying to improve and get better. Loving a female, loving a woman, there's nothing wrong with loving your own woman. You know, providing for her and trying to make her feel the best way possible. There's nothing wrong with that. Simps is mainly coming from the term where it's guys that are single who are not trying to get into a serious relationship because they're too scared. So they kind of cope in a way where they're like, oh, I don't want to simp for a girl because I'm not going to be long term with her. I don't want to treat her so right. I'm just trying to, I'm just trying to have sex. And they don't want to go the full route, right? They don't want to go down the long path. But that's what it takes as a man, is you have to be willing, you have to be taking calculated risk to go on that long path, get into a relationship, take the time that it's needed, and ultimately pursue that woman that you want, right? And that all comes down to finding her at the right time, but also finding yourself at the right time and keeping yourself in check. And ultimately, that's how you're gonna find, the woman of your dreams, right? So I'll see you guys later. If you had any comments, questions, let me know down below, and I'll respond to basically every one of you guys. So yeah, I'll see you guys.